Hello everyone, my name is Vixen Shadowfire. Now, the last video I created, it was about grieving. This video is about transgenders and cross-dressers, on how to understand. Not fully, but just enough to give you a sample of what to do and not to do. I'm coming as a bystander, not as a therapist, not as a counselor, but as a bystander who is a transgender. I'll explain that later on. Alright, let's talk about addressing cross-dressers and how to ask the proper questions, or how to ask the proper questions, I should say. Do not, I repeat, do not come at a cross-dresser in a harsh, hateful, disrespectful way. Come at them in a respect, kind, caring, loving way. Ask them, the very simple questions in a kind, loving, caring way. Like, why are you doing this? Or why are you dressing as a woman instead of a man? Come at it in a kind, caring, respectful, loving way. Do not come in a hateful way. When you do that, you will be blocked. And what I mean by blocked, defensive style. And it'd be like, somebody asked me, now this is an example, somebody asked me, why are you a woman instead of a blankety blank male? That's in a disrespect, hateful way. Now, if you come at me in a kind, caring, respectful way, like, why are you dressed like a woman instead of being dressed like a man? The answer will be, 1, I feel safe, secure, and comfortable as a woman, dressing like a woman. 2, women have better styles than men. And the list will go on and on the answers. Now, if you're still having trouble on cross-dressers, you can go to websites. You can Google it or Bing it or whatever search engine you use, and you can find a lot of websites that has chats in them, and you can ask the questions that way. And you'll meet a lot of loving people there. Now, for transgenders, there is 2 sets, okay? 2 sets. 1 is a male to a female, and number 2 is a female to male. Now, this here is going to be kind of off the wall, it's basically a research that I've done and been in chat sites, websites, medical sites, to understand gender or transgenderism. Now, when a transgender is around, don't come at them in a harsh way or disrespectful way or a hateful way. Come at them in a, like I said in the first section, kind, caring, respectful way, including loving. By doing that, you'll get your answers that way. Now, transgender will also have, as the medical terms that I looked up, gender dysphoria. There is roughly around 70, in between 70 to 80% that has gender dysphoria, while the other half doesn't want to accept it or doesn't want to be around. Now, gender dysphoria is basically when you got the mindset of the opposite sex. Example, like a male who has the mindset of a female and got counseling, went to therapy, stuff like that, and become a transgender woman. Now that's vice versa for a female. When a female has a male's brain, or thinks like a male, and acts like a male, that's depending right there. It's basically they do the same thing as the transgender woman. Gone to therapy, counselors, therapies, and get on medications. Now, by doing this here, you'll understand certain people and how to respond to them. Some may come at you in a hateful way. Some may come at you in a loving way. But it all depends on how you come at them. And like I said from the first section of this video here, come at them in a loving, caring, respectful, kind way. And you'll be happy to have a trans or a cross-dresser as your close friend or your best friend. But if you look at it, you'll understand the situation. Now, as for me, I am suffering from gender dysphoria ever since I was in my late teens, early 20s. I've been fighting on who I am all these years, and I'm in my mid-30s, nearly early 40s. And by the grace of my goddesses, that's depending on your religion. Don't hit me on my religion, please. Like I said, by the grace of my goddesses, I got help on it. And I'm becoming on who I should be. Now, for cross-dressers and transgenders, they are happy on who they are and what they do for a living. Some are stewardess, artists, CEOs, your close neighbor, your best friend, people that you met at work. Some are transgenders, some are not. Some are cross-dressers, some are not. So if you look at it, you don't know who is who without asking. Now, for cross-dressers, let's give a little story here. and it may help out. Let's say Susie married a guy named Robert. Robert went into town and got clothing. Not for Susie, but for himself. And Robbie decided to change at home to see how he looked as a woman. That's when Susie come in the room and was shocked. Didn't know what to respond, how to respond, or anything like that. She is in total shock. And she walked away. Though in a different scenario, she probably cuss at him, come at him in a hateful way. And that's when Robbie, come in a defensive way. Now, by doing that, you'll see two different sides of everything. When she walked out, she decided to leave it be, let it alone, and went to one of her girlfriend's house, who is in fact a transgender, which she doesn't know. Susie asked Abigail, that's the transgender. Susie asked Abigail, why is my husband dressed like a woman? I don't know how to react. What do I need to do? Abigail explains, and you can say it's not a phase. Even though you may say it's a phase, but it's not. Abigail explains the whole situation from the details all the way down to the search. And Susie is like, okay, I'm going to see if I can get more advice, help, support, stuff like that. So she Googled it on her phone, or Bing it, She found sites, for cross-dressers. And she created an account, and she asked, why is my husband as a cross-dresser? I don't know what to do. How would I react to all this? I need some help. I need some major advice. That's when some cross-dressers helped her out on it. By giving her advice, support, give her the support that she needs, including some good questions. So if you look at it, Susie asked for help in this situation. Now, in another scenario for transgenders, let's go with a guy named Jason. And Jason is about 25 years old. And he doesn't know who he is, actually. Why is he more in tune with his female side? So what he done, he Googled, or Bing, everything there is on the main question. Why do I feel like a woman instead of a man? A whole list of it on there. That's when he put two to two together and decided to go ahead and go get a therapist / counselor to relieve this. And come find out he is a transgender, and it probably take 3 sessions up to a year session, depending on the situation. And he changed his name to Amanda. From there, he started dressing as a woman, showing everything there is, from before pictures, during HRT, that's the medication, hormone replacement therapy, or another hormone medication. From there, he started to realize that that's who he is. And that's how he realized that's who he is. And once that happened, he finally felt free. Finally felt happy about who he is. Now, I know it's pretty long, but it's self-explanatory. And what it's boiled down to is come at it in a loving, caring, kind way. Do not come at it in a hateful, disrespectful, harsh way. By coming at it in a loving way, you'll understand the situation of transgenders and cross-dressers. But if you come at it in a hateful, disrespectful way, you're going to get it back tenfold. Now, I'm going to let everyone think about this. You may comment on there, and I will comment back. Now, like I said, I'm not a therapist, I'm not a counselor, I'm a bystander who is a transgender. Now, you be safe, have fun, stay beautiful, and blessed be everyone.